Hey guys, it's Figs here, and today I wanted to show you guys my Dark Souls collection. I'm going to show you guys all my Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne stuff because I sort of include that in my Souls series. So we'll start with Demon Souls. Here you go. Demon Souls is the Red Knight edition. You've got a red and a blue one. Next we have the Demon Souls Black Phantom edition. This seems to be increasing in value recently, like quite significantly. Now this one does include the red one, the standard release. There goes the case. The standard release is the blue one. Demon Souls, like even the standard copy, has been selling pretty expensive lately. Talking like $30, $40 plus. Now this came with a strategy guide, and it also came with an art book and soundtrack. That's pretty cool. I've never actually used this strategy guide. I used the strategy guide from the North American Deluxe Edition, which I'll show you guys in a second. I have played Demon Souls. It's my favorite game on PS3. I do have the Platinum Trophy for it. I've sunk probably 300 to 400 hours into Demon Souls, so yeah, I absolutely love this game. Next we have the Chinese English version of Demon Souls. Funnily enough, the only version I don't have is the Japanese copy. And lastly, we have the Deluxe Edition. I recently found the art book and soundtrack that goes with this. It can be quite expensive, so I'm glad to have found that for a good price. So this edition is amazing. I believe this is a pre-order only, so it can be quite expensive to find. It's got the Blue Knight on the front. And here's the strategy guide. I did use this strategy guide myself. It's absolutely amazing. So I believe that covers Demon Souls. So I've sort of segregated this episode or this video off into PS3 and then PS4 stuff. Trying to do each Souls game at a time. Then next we have Dark Souls. This is the Power Limited Edition. It includes an art book with, I've got a bonus. Oh, it's got a soundtrack and downloadable stuff in it as well. It's pretty cool. So it does come with the standard game, which I don't keep in there, I keep on the shelf. That's the standard Dark Souls. Next we have the Notorious of the Abyss edition. This was only released in Japan. I like to keep my games on the shelf. So, Notorious of the Abyss edition is here. It always sort of like an empty case in a game to make it full. This came with complete strategy guide to Dark Souls, as well as the Notorious of the Abyss edition, I believe. Yeah, this is the soundtrack. So that's a pretty amazing edition from Japan. This was also released for Dark Souls 2 and 3, which I'm going to try and track down in the future. Here we have the Japanese standard copy of Dark Souls. Being a big Souls fan, I got all the Japanese. I'll try to get all the Japanese variants as well. Just because the artwork is absolutely beautiful. And here we have the standard Prepare to Die edition. This has got all the DLC included. Which, if you haven't played Dark Souls, the DLC is absolutely amazing. I said Demon Souls is my favourite game, but Dark Souls is right up there. It's absolutely amazing. I love playing it again on PS4. So probably the pride of my collection, one of my holy grails. Here we have the Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition steelbook. This is actually factory sealed, so you can't see the steelbook. Let's see it if I do that. And it's got a slipcover, and it's in a protective box. I believe there were 2,000 of these made, but it can be quite difficult to find one. Yeah, so that's the Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition steelbook and slipcover. Moving on to Dark Souls 2. Here we have the standard game. Japanese copy. Here we have the Black Armor edition, which includes a steelbook. Keep all my steelbooks in protective sleeves. Then we've got the Scholar of the First Sin edition. Now this includes all of the DLC, which again, the DLC is amazing for Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 isn't the best game, like I loved it, but it's not acclaimed as the best, but the DLC is absolutely fantastic. So if you get a chance to play the DLC, definitely give it a go, guys. And again, I've got quite a rare piece for Dark Souls 2. This was limited to 2,000 copies. It is the HMV limited edition. As you can see, I got number 1,354 of 2,000. It's quite hard to see. But it does include the Japanese cover art on the front, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure you guys have been watching my channel for a while. You've been wondering what this big thing up here is. So this is the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition. Here we have the box. What's inside, you might ask? I haven't opened this for a very long time. For good reason. Get away from the box. So this also came with that steelbook I showed you before. However, it only came with just the steelbook, which is a metal pack. The other one comes with the slipcover as well. It also comes with like a mat, which is made out of like fabric. This is really cool. As well as the collector's edition art book. I'm not going to take this out of the plastic, guys, but here's the statue from the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition. Shout out to TJ for hooking up with this one. It's one of the prides and joy of my collection. I love Dark Souls, so I'm very grateful to have this. I'm going to quickly attempt to put this back together, guys. So that is the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition. Now this is the PAL version. North America received a very similar Collector's Edition. It is slightly different though. Alright, so now we're going to move on to PS4 games. So we got Dark Souls Remastered. If you haven't played Dark Souls, I definitely recommend picking up this version. Play it blind, you'll have a blast. This game's amazing. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Again, this is Dark Souls 2 with all the DLC. Next we have Dark Souls 3, which came out on the PS4 and Xbox One, of course. I absolutely love Dark Souls 3. I definitely recommend playing it. I did purchase the DLC digitally. I haven't picked up the Game of the Year edition yet. So there was also an Apocalypse edition that came out with Dark Souls 3. Was that awesome steelbook? This is a pre-order bonus with my Dark Souls Remastered. It's just a metal plate. It's pretty cool. And then next we have Bloodborne. And this is the Game of the Year edition. Bloodborne's probably my favorite game on PS4, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. The DLC is even better. If you haven't played Bloodborne, you must play it. Was available for free on PSN at one stage. It's pretty cheap, but the DLC is a must as well. Here we have Bloodborne, the Collector's Edition. This is the PAL release. Comes with an art book. And it comes with this fantastic steelbook. Looks like it shoots lightning. The Hunter. Now this is pretty cool. Now this was the Bloodborne Saw Cleaver Edition steelbook. As you can see, it says Bloodborne down the bottom. Now this was only available as a pre-order release in Germany. So it's pretty hard to track down these days. You're going to be looking at a couple of €100. Now I'm very grateful to have this in my collection. It's beautiful. Next we have the Dark Souls Trilogy. This was the PAL release. We got 3 different games and a big slipcover. Now North America got a beautiful steelbook, but I'm still trying to track down. And if you haven't seen it already, so this isn't actually complete. This is part of the Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition. But I managed to pick up the statue really cheap, so I wasn't going to say no. So here's a statue for the Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition. Again, it's absolutely fantastic looking. Well, that just about finishes up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my Dark Souls collection. If you want to see any other series, leave them in the comments below and we could do videos on different series of games I've got. I've got plenty of games. I've literally got close to 4,000, so we could do videos all day. Again, thanks for all the support, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.